Let's talk about it, okay? Hi YouTube, welcome back. My name is EmiMatcha. Today I'll be talking about something that I've been noticing a lot in this space as I've been streaming in here for quite some time now, over a year. I've been in the gacha space for over a year now, and I've just been noticing a lot of things that I just wanted to touch on because I just feel like things get out of hand sometimes, and I just wanted to address it from a very neutral, and I'm actually neutral, okay? I want to address it from a really healthy, neutral perspective because I want people to keep in mind it's okay to like certain things and it's okay to hate certain things, but it's not okay to push the narrative that a certain game is shit or, you know, certain things are shit just because you don't like it and pushing that opinion to the opposite. So for example, if you love the game and you going to somebody that doesn't like the game, right? And you saying you should like it, why are you like this? And calling them out and saying all these horrible things to them about why they're, I don't know, name calling them, right? Any kind of name calling to any party. And this goes the same way with the people that hate the game, right? If you hate the game, you're going to people that love the game to tell them that they're XYZ for liking the game, right? That is not okay. Keep it civil. This is a hot take, okay? I don't know. This is gonna be, I'm scared to post this. But if you like this content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts and feelings below. But also make sure to follow me here at twitch.tv/EmiMatcha, and I'll see you on the other side. Just know that I've played games for a large majority of my life, for as long as I can remember when I was a child, okay? But don't take my word for it. I'm going to show you every single game that I've been playing since I started streaming, so you know kind of where my, I guess, taste in games is. Okay, but you're gonna be very surprised that's not just in gacha games, okay? Let's scroll down to the very, okay, Scriblio doesn't count. Dark and Darker, Legend of Mana, Mario Party Superstars, Enshrouded, V Rising, Diablo 4, Played Up, Stray, Little Nightmares 2, Hades, Zenless Zone Zero, Cyberpunk, Paranormal Site, AI the Somnium Files, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, Danganronpa, Final Fantasy VII again. This is the remake and one of them's the original, okay? I don't know why it's categorized as this. It is what it is. League of Legends, Danganronpa again, the second one, Wuthering Waves, Danganronpa V3, Genshin Impact, Lost Ark, Final Fantasy 14, and of course Honkai Star Rail, because that is where majority of the time I'm there. But as you can see, okay, I played all of these games and I play a lot of genres off stream as well. But as you see, it's not just catered to just gacha games, just so you know. To me, I genuinely like games for games. I enjoy The Sims. I enjoy Stardew Valley. I enjoy Lost Ark. Yeah, I do enjoy Lost Ark. I know, crazy, right? I love Final Fantasy 14. I love League of Legends.
Oh my god. I thought this was a classy party.
I know, crazy. I love League of Legends. I love gacha games. I love Wuthering Waves. I love Honkai Star Rail. I also, at this current point, I like Zenless Zone Zero. It is what it is. I like a lot of variety of games. I don't just stick to one thing, right? I play everything. In the beginning, the first day of this game drop, basically felt like I was supposed to not like this game. And I didn't know why that was, because I thought, was it because I have such a large palette? Like I like a lot of games, right? Like, do I just like a lot of games? I don't know, right? I like a lot of genres. But I didn't understand. I didn't understand like why certain people just did not, like, were just telling me like this game's bad. I actually, no, like I had an existential crisis. I sat there afterwards after stream, I was like, why do I like this game? Like, why do I enjoy this game? The first stream that I did for this game in particular, all I was getting were comments and questions asking me what I thought about the game. And it's okay, right? It's okay to ask me, but it was very noticeable how many people were coming in here to say that they didn't like the game. And they were very vocal about it and trying to be like, well, I think it's crazy that you like this because, you know what I mean? Like they basically couldn't understand why I still like this game by asking me like, what are your thoughts? And then telling me why they didn't like it. Let me put this out there first thing before I start talking about this. Everybody here in this space in my chat, in the gacha space, you're okay to hate, right? To hate the game or not like certain aspects of the game. You're fine to do that. You're okay to voice it out. You're okay to voice it out. Don't come to my chat, at least my channel, and tell me that I should hate it for the same reason, right? That's the one thing I didn't like seeing, was just people coming in here to do that. There's another thing I noticed too, where people that hated the game making fun of others in my chat for liking certain aspects of the game. Someone that likes Candy Crush isn't less of a gamer than someone that likes Elden Ring. I want to put that out there too, okay? Someone that enjoys playing more casual games like Stardew Valley doesn't make them less of a gamer than someone that likes League of Legends. It's just how it is. Because I see this every single time where it's like, you like Zenless Zero means that you can't play Wuwa. It's because you suck. Like, you're less of a gamer. No, it doesn't make you less of a gamer. It doesn't make you less of a gamer if you like other games. Honestly, it's just, that is ridiculous to me to see those things as well. Let's talk about games that were famously shat on. Basically, were the underdog and they became greater afterwards, okay? I'm gonna give you an example of why being patient is valuable in this gacha space specifically, right? Because I'm noticing a lot of people that are very impatient because I don't know what it is. I think it's the TikTok generation where we need things to be instantaneously gratified within the first 30 seconds. I think that's just what it is now, right? We have everything at our fingertips and just everybody expects you to enjoy. You just would need to enjoy something within the first minute. Why can't you wait to play the game, reach endgame, fully finish the game itself before you give your review? Because I don't want to sound like an old ass, but back in my day, right? Back in my day, we used to play the game, the entire game, before people reviewed it. The entire JRPG, and I'm telling you, JRPGs are not like 2-hour games, 6-hour games, 12-hour games. No, if you put a JRPG, you know they are 80 plus hours. 80 plus hours, every single JRPG, and they played every single thing, front and back, every little corner, every little Easter egg. They found literally everything before they gave the review. Now, I know it's hard for gacha games to do that, right? For you to play it and see the whole thing, but it's just like, you need to be more patient, right? At this point, I think people just need to learn to be more patient. That's the one thing I really hope that you take away from this, because it pays off. If you weren't patient, there are games that were notoriously bad on release. And now, I'm gonna name some of them for you. Don't worry, I'll give you examples. But these games that were so bad on release, they became so amazing later on. Cyberpunk. How horrible was that on release? How many things did you hear about that? All the negative feedback you heard about Cyberpunk, right? Cyberpunk back then, I was even turned off. I was so hyped for that game and I was so turned off, even though I was so hyped for it, because there was so much negativity surrounding the game. But did I give up on it? No, I didn't give up on it. I did go back and play Cyberpunk afterwards. If I didn't give Cyberpunk a chance, I would have hated myself, because that game is so amazing. Another one that was famously horrible at launch, Final Fantasy 14. How many of you experienced Final Fantasy 14 at launch? At launch, at Final Fantasy 14, it was horrendous. ARR was such a crap expansion. People did not love it. And it took a lot of rehauling, redoing of the entire story. A lot of effort for them to fix those things. If you didn't, wait for those changes, if you didn't give it a chance for the developers to continually try and fix those things, would you have experienced Final Fantasy 14 today? How it is, because that game too, the storytelling in that game is amazing. Another one, No Man's Sky, right? Even Wuthering Waves, all the hate that they're getting, it's valid, right? Just like Zenless Zero, just like Honkai beginning and Genshin, right? It is all valid stuff, but I just feel like if you didn't wait, right? If you didn't wait for those games to fully flesh out, would you have enjoyed it as they are now? This space that I've been noticing, the impatience of it, it's just something that I feel like you need to step back and wonder, like, why is it now that I need things to be like instantaneously fun, right? And it's okay if you want that fun right away. And if you don't like it, then maybe these aren't the games for you, and that's okay. You can just go from it and just be like, you know what? I don't like this. I'm gonna try something else. I give up on this. It's fine. I'm gonna try something else. And it's fine, right? But patience is very, very important at the end of the day. And it's something that I hope that people will learn. Games that have done horribly in the beginning, and then they just became amazing pieces of art now. But I'm not saying, again, like every single game is going to be like that. But this is why I'm saying that it's good to practice patience. People are not recognizing that at launch, this game has no bugs. There's no translation issues. There's no voice acting issues. The English VAs, I've been playing this game in English and it is so amazing. I have been blown away. Personally, this entire vibe, designs in here, what they're introducing in here, the stuff in here are so unique. I might get this in my comments where like, this is $1 billion company. Of course they're gonna have flawless like launches. Nothing's gonna be wrong. You know what? I'm gonna argue with you to this. Okay, here's my argument. Indie games, indie developers have released with no bugs, flawless voice acting. Hades, I'm gonna give you Hades. Hades at early access. I played Hades at early access. That game was freaking amazing. Style-wise, story-wise, combat-wise, everything in Hades I was blown away since early access, okay? So if an indie developer can do it, don't make that excuse that somebody else can't do it as well. Another thing that was a little bit concerning to me last time,
did you call me?
The characters in this game and why they didn't like it was because...
Good day, Proxy.
There's a lot of children. I get this, okay? And there's maybe...
I shall follow your
They don't
orders.
like furries, right? I get this. But the one concerning thing that I had, right? These are just characters that are drawn. I didn't think anything of it until some people in my chat have mentioned this. They said, and I'm not, again, could have been bad wording. I don't want to assume anything.
Good day,
but they
Proxy.
said these characters are wearing skimpy outfits. That is their wording, not mine. And it's just concerning to me because I never thought anything of it until that, those particular people mentioned it. And, personally, like, I wouldn't dress my child like this, okay? Yeah, sure. Like, that's not, I'm not saying like you're wrong, but I'm also concerned because I'm like, why do you see like a shorts and tank top?
Good day, Proxy.
As skimpy? Why are you implying that this developer is malicious in doing this, right? I literally did not think anything of it until people mentioned it. And I'm just like, why though? Like, why? Because these are literally just characters in a game. Whether you sexualize it, okay? Whether you sexualize Lycan, whether you'd sexualize Ben, right?
How can I help?
Not my business. But you can literally sexualize a stick figure if you wanted to. Some of the design choices, if you don't like it,
So sleepy.
it's fine. But I think you need to like reevaluate why you thought that this company is out here pushing an agenda when there is no agenda. They're not doing anything other than just wearing clothes. They're wearing a tank top and shorts, crop top and shorts. It's a style choice. If somebody's out there, even if it's a male, a female, whoever it is, wearing a crop top and shorts, are you gonna sexualize them in real life? I don't know, right? That's something that you need to think about yourself. If it's a style choice, I get it. If you don't want to use a certain character because you don't like how they look, that's fine, right? That's valid. But because they're children dressed in skimpy clothing, that's a concerning thing for me. And I really want you to think about why you yourself is thinking a developer, an artist, right? These are just people drawing a game. Like, they're literally artists in the game. Why you're assuming that they're pushing something maliciously when there's nothing going on. It's like almost a self-report. Nothing wrong with you liking big titty bitches, right? Thick thighs, nothing wrong with that stuff, right? But if that is your preference, there are other games like that for you. And I know you know which ones I'm talking about. There are other characters that are
My services
right,
are
like
expensive.
where is she? grace,
I
right?
only handle
Other
technical
characters that
matters.
you can shrimp for, okay? If you want to shrimp for other characters, there's one right here, right? Please don't make it weirder. It's really not that deep. It's really not that deep, okay? Very common complaint is the combat system being too easy. It is so easy in this game. It sucks because this game's so easy. Okay. The thing I want to say too is that currently we are in story content. We're doing story content. Whether it gets harder in late game, I can't tell you this, right? I don't know this because I haven't gotten there myself personally, but I'm going to wait and see how it is later on in order for me to say whether I like the combat or not, right? It's okay, it's okay to hate the game, but saying a game is shit is very different from saying a game is shit because you don't like it. You get what I mean? I'm going to tell you now that we are only in the beginning stages. This is not like Elden Ring, any From Software game where you just spawn and anything, even a fly can kill you, right? This is not that type of game. Do you want to be one shot off the rip every single game that you play? No. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will not enjoy games if they just get killed in the very beginning. If they have to keep retrying the content over and over again to progress, they're not gonna like it, right? Not a lot of people will enjoy that. You might enjoy this, right? Other people might not enjoy this, but to give people like a learning curve, so it's gonna be easier in the beginning. It's how it is in every introductory game. They're always going to spoon feed you and help you along the way. And then when you reach the content where they're trying to make it harder for you, then that's when they can be more complex with your and more restrictive with your play style, right? That's when you start to try and fine tune, right? That's how games work. You reach a point where it's like you hit a wall and then you gotta start to dissect, why am I hitting this wall? Do I have to change out my rotation? Do I have to, you know what I mean? You start to min-max, you start to theory craft. That is where the game will take you eventually. If you start looking at these characters, you're starting to notice that they have like,
To what do I owe the pleasure?
they're in factions, right? You're starting to notice that they're in certain factions. Then you start to look into like, okay, so they start to buff each other when they're in the same factions. Then you start to look at like what these things do, right? It starts to get more complex if you start to look into it. And I'm not saying that the game is complex right now, because I don't know for sure, but I'm saying that there is more room for them to make it more complex in the future. Because it's a gacha game, they're going to be power creeping and introducing new ways, right, for your characters to interact, new systems for the mobs, right? Things that will literally like cuck you in the future. We don't know. They're basically giving themselves more room for them to work with so that in the future, when you do come to that end game, they can develop more end game content for you. Please, please, please just do not go around just telling people not to like it as well. If you do enjoy the game, also please do not go around and telling those people that absolutely hate it to like it as well, right? Please be respectful of one another. Please listen to both sides of the story. I just want you to understand just how valuable patience can be in this space, and in your life too. You can take it away to your life lessons with EmiMatcha. That wild. I'm like your father figure now. Call me daddy. But yeah, I really want people to just be really mindful of what they're taking in content wise. If it's affecting you, please turn it off, right? If it's affecting you so deeply, please turn it off. If you want to like something, you're valid to like it. If you want to hate something, you're valid to like. Just please don't push it onto either side. That's all. That's all, okay, YouTube? Thank you so much for listening to my rants. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time, YouTube. Oh yeah, and follow me on twitch.tv/EmiMatcha. So you can talk to my chat too. Because they smell and they want you here. All right, bye YouTube. Bye bye. No, you smell. I smell great.